Okay, cash budgets, question 10. So what I've done is I've laid out the blank question as usual. I know that I have my cash sales and purchases are going to be some for cash and some are going to be 1 month later. The same with my purchases, 10% cash and the balance 1 month after. So, but I'm not told what the purchase figure is, I have to work it out. So we'll start off with the cash sales for January. So January I have 30 grand is what I'm going to sell, and I get paid 80% of that for cash, so I'm going to get 80% there, so that means I'm going to get 6 grand 1 month later. If I do the next month, so you get 60 grand times 80%, and then the remaining 12 grand is going to be 1 month later, that's 20%. So what do I get paid in this first month? Well, first month I get paid the debtors that I have at the beginning from my little mini balance sheet that I'm given. So I have 5 grand debtors from my opening balance sheet. That was for sales that happened in the previous month, so I get paid that this month. And I'll just move on to July's figure. So I am given kind of extra figures here. So the figure for July, I'm going to have 50 grand times 0.8, and then that means 10 grand is going to be coming in 1 month after that. And then so that's I'm going to receive that in July. So what I'm going to sell in July for 70 grand. So sorry, that's 70 grand times 0.8, and that means 14 grand comes in August. Now, why am I looking at the July and August figures? This is money coming in. I'm trying to think of debtors I'm going to have at the end. Okay, so this 10 grand that I have here, 1 month debtors 1 month from June, that's going to be in my closing balance sheet. I'm going to do my balance sheet at the end. Okay, so back to this here then. So I need to work out my my purchases, and to do that I'm not given the figure for purchase, but I have to work it out using my gross profit percentage. So that means my cost of sales is going to be, if gross profit percentage of sales is 25%, that means the purchases or the cost of sales must be 75%, because sales is 100%. So 30 grand times 0.75, that's my cost of sales for that month, and 60 grand times 0.75 is the next month, and I'll just do one more for the hell of it. So 40 grand times 0.75, that's the next month. Okay, so what am I going to be buying this month? That's what I need to cover my sales for this month. The stock of goods at the beginning of each month should be 20% of the sales requirements for that month. So that means I'm going to be buying 20% of next month's sales, and I'm going to have to buy 80% of this month's. Okay, so 20% of next month's is going to be 40,000, 45,000 times 0.2, and then 80% of that is going to be 22,500 times 0.8. So that means my purchases is going to be those two numbers added together. Okay. Now, just so we understand, I'm going to use up 22,500 worth of goods this month to satisfy my sales of this month. I'm buying 18 grand, so that means 18 take away from 22,500 is 4,500. So I'm not buying 4,500 to cover this month's sales. Why? Because I've already bought it. That's the stock, the opening stock of 4,500. That's the goods that we had bought in December, which were going to be 20% of the expected sales for January. So that's where that 4,500 comes from. Okay, so I'll just do the next month just so we're happy. So 20% of next month's sales, so 30 grand is next month's sale times 20% is that, and then I'm going to have to buy 80% of this month's sales, and then I'll add those two numbers together. So that's how I work that out. And then now I have my purchases. When do I pay for them? So purchases are 10% cash and the balance paid 1 month after purchase. So that means I'm going to pay for 10% of that, and then the rest of it I'm going to pay 1 month later. So this can be 27,000 times 0.9, and I'll just do one more just to make sure. So we're going to have that times 0.1, and 1 month after it we're going to have that times 0.9. So that's how that works. Creditors of this month, okay, similar to what we had with our debtors up above. We'll go to our mini balance sheet. That creditors figure 14,850. So that's going to be the creditors 1 month. So this is the creditors of the goods I bought in December. So I'll let you go and work out the rest of the numbers just to make sure that you have all the figures there for the sales and purchases, and then we'll look at the second part of the question.